Welcome, race fans, here to Kenly, North Carolina. It's Southern National Motorsports Park for round number 2 of Season 3 of the Leadfoot Racing League. Back again here. It's race number 2, Season 3, the Eastern Technical Design 125. Here this evening from Kenly, North Carolina. My name is Scott Shive. I'll be joined by Wesley Outland. He's getting everything fixed with his internet. And of course, we have the lovely and great Cody Deemers here in production this evening. We've got a lot going on. We've had such a great start to the season back at the Milwaukee Mile. Justin Brooks, a well-known iRacer, eNASCAR competitor, took the win, a dominating win at that. You know, when you go to the Milwaukee Mile, you're going to get drivers that are going to be able to ring that place like no other. But we go from a mile track all the way to under a 4/10 of a mile oval here this evening, and that is Southern National Motorsports Park. Y'all have heard me talk about it before. I love this place. This is one of my favorite tracks that we get to come to in iRacing here, and especially in the Leadfoot Racing League. We're getting practice done right now, and we'll have qualifying race information. 125 laps as normal, stage break at lap 140, and if we get it between lap 35 and lap 40, that will be considered the stage break. 2 sets of tires in the pits, and of course 1 fast repair and 1 attempt at green, white checkered. Caution laps will count here this evening, and we've got a great 17 car count. And out here in Kenly, the air temperature 77 degrees, track temp just the same, so partly cloudy as we go under the lights here at Southern National Motorsports Park. It is going to be good. Practice finishing up right now. We got about 1 more minute in practice left. Right now it's Jeffrey Comer up at the top with a 14.159, and then Dylan Porter sits in second, just under a 100th of a second behind Jeffrey Comer. So good job, Jeffrey Comer. Get up in the top of the practice times, but can he repeat that? And if you look very closely, you'll see in the 3rd position there, it's the number 1 of Deemers. And you know, if my ears and eyes hear me correct, Deemers, I know someone named Deemers. Oh wait, Cody Deemers, our producer. He was supposed to be racing here this evening, but he had to come back up into the booth with us to do some production. So we're sad that he can't get to race this evening. But we're always glad that we get to have his expertise behind with us here in the booth in production. Again, we've got a long season ahead, and it's going to be excellent. We've always had an excellent season here. We've had 2 excellent seasons, 2 different champions, and after this first race, Justin Brooks does top the charts of the points, and then it is Aaron Ramon, Jeffrey Comer, the top 3. Comer is tied with Aiden Neese, and Tyler Shadduck is there in 5th. And of course, your season 1 champion of Landon Brown back in 9th. And of course, we have yet to see Tanner Carter here this evening, but he sits 15th in points. That is your season 2 champion. So that is pretty much your finishing order from the first race because, well, we've only had 1 to calculate the official point standings. But after here this evening at Southern National Motorsports Park, it will all get changed up. It's all going to change here this evening. Justin Brooks isn't here. Tanner Carter isn't here. Got a few others that have not been able to make the call this evening. So could that open the door for guys like Landon Brown or others? You know, I'm looking along. No, yes, he is. There's a 5. I was going to say, I'd be surprised if Landon Brown wasn't here. He is. Aaron Ramon is also here. Finished 2nd in the last race at Milwaukee Mile. Out here in his number 43 late model stock machine. Qualify up towards the pole. His first lap of 15.011. Just a bit of a warm-up lap there. Dylan what is it? Wesley's going to have to correct me on these names. We got some complicated names up in here this evening. Is Petrelli in there? Dylan Petrelli in the 92. Puts down a 14.361. Let's see, that's good enough for 5th for him right now. Dylan Porter goes up to the top of the timing charts with a good time. 14.108. 180, excuse me. Still both very good. Matthew Fastnot goes up to 2nd. And Wesley's here. Wesley, you here?
I am. We had to reset some things on the radio side of it because we've been calling almost 1,100 miles of iRacing with the NASCAR 1,100, 500 miles of 8,600 at Charlotte, and there was some type of a technical issue there that I had to work on resetting the the hamster wheel, if you will, right, for the iRacing broadcast to fix it. But we are live. We're at Southern National. And Jeffrey Comer onto the racetrack as tricked out decals. Qualified is underway in Southern National. 0.4 of a mile, Scott Shive. By the way, Scott, good to work with you again. Aiden Neeks in the 45 on the racetrack to qualify, sir. It's been a while.
I know. I'm so happy to be back. I've been traveling a lot. I've been around doing a lot of things. I'm working the day job, doing all these things all over the place. And so I've had to miss some. But luckily, Jacob has been able to stand in. And we both know Jacob is just amazing. So glad that he's been able to come alongside you and help out when I'm not able to be there. But I'm very glad to be back with you here. Dylan Porter's still up a time of the charts, the top of the timing charts, and Aiden Neese goes third fastest.
Yeah, right now we're watching as the D&M Lawn Service scoring pylon showing your qualifying here in Tricked Out Decals qualifying. Right now, the Tricked Out Decals fast qualifier, Dylan Porter. Stephen Luttrell just got done running in a NASCAR broadcast that I did, and now he's jumped in a late model. Here comes the 36. We'll see what he can do here.
Stephen Luttrell is extremely fast. Justin Brooks is here, so he did make the call. That was my mistake earlier. Justin Brooks is here, and man, he is bad fast. I've gotten to call him on a couple races in one of the other late model leagues I've gotten to do, and there are not a lot of drivers that can do it like Justin Brooks, Wesley.
And Justin Brooks, the man from the PD region, South Carolina. He won last week, by the way. And there he goes in the 33. Where will he end up in qualifying? By the way, we welcome you to the Eastern Technical Designs 125 Season 3 of the Leadfoot Racing League Late Model Stock Car Tour. This is race number 2 of the season on this June 8th. Eastern Technical Designs. Again, we thank you for joining us. Scott Shive. Cody Deemers is on production. He was supposed to race today. He was the fastest on the scoring pylon before qualifying, Scott Shive. And now he got stuck in the damn production chair. He can't race tonight. He can't race.
I know. It's like me. Sometimes I wish I could race, but I cannot call a race and race at the same time. There's no way. I remember I got to do another league, and we were talking to this driver while they were running a race at Coda, and he was running in second, and he was like in a battle. He was a 10th behind this other driver, and he was chatting us with it away like it was nothing. And I was like, I could never do that.
Well, Justin Brooks is about to pick up another Tricked Out Decals Pole Award. $10 already going to the driver's pocket with a 14.138. 14.138 seconds. We'll introduce the starting lineup here in just a moment. Some of the other sponsors, including Eastern Technical Design, FWM for the green flag, Tricked Out Decals qualifying, Blue Line Soft Wash Caution Flags. Thank you also to 213 Simware for the stage break, the W Energy white flag, the Community Radio Network Restart Zone, and the Tar River Environmental. Yes, sir. Moment of the race. What will it be? We'll find out coming up later tonight, Jake. As we'll have all the sponsors, Scott Shive, pop it up there on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
And it is time to go racing 125 laps at Southern National. It's going to be a good one. And Justin Brooks will lead us to the green flag. He's on the pole. Dylan Porter on the outside of the number 10, row 1. Row 2, Matthew Fastnod in car 29 and Stephen Luttrell in the 36. Row number 3 will find Aiden Neese in the 45, and Landon Brown will start in the number 6 position. Row 4 will find the driver of Aaron Ramon and Kenny Gurrell in 8th. Your top 10, Scott, will find the driver of Travis Lapanis, the 16, and Dylan Petrellin in the 92, starting 10th.
Back behind them, row number 6, it'll be Zach Hamel, and then Jason Woodham on his outside. Row number 7, Thomas Lockwood and Michael Dietz in the number 17. Row 8, Jeffrey Comer and Tyler Shaduk. Then back behind them, row 9, it'll be Dominic Adabello. You're going to have to help me with that one. And Cody Deemers will not be able to make the start. Chris Norris, I believe, will round out our final row, the 10th row. So 18 drivers will start here this evening. You got, is it a bet habit? I can't even say it. There we go. It's Abatello. That's what it is. I think let's go with that. If Dominic, please correct us if we've been incorrect at all. But we'll go with that.
Abatello. I want to say it's Dominique Abatello. Abatello.
Okay. Abatello.
I want to say it's Abatello. Here's a look at the race information for tonight's Eastern Technical Design 125. There will be a stage break at lap number 40, as we mentioned earlier. It is presented by the fine folks at, let's see here. Yeah, 213 Simware. 2 sets of tires. That's the set they qualified on, plus 1 fast repair for the series. There will be 1 attempt at overtime. Caution laps do count in this race.
Well, and audio getting turned down to make sure we're all even on that. Get everything all good. Cody Deemer's one of the best. But you said it, caution laps do count. I'm wondering how we'll see it here this evening, because sometimes we can see a lot of cautions and sometimes we see really green flag runs. We saw it at Milwaukee, but this place, very different than Milwaukee.
This is a fun track. Southern National Motorsports Park, near and dear to my heart. 0.4 of a mile. That's 0.4 miles, 0.64 kilometers. Long, 70 feet wide, 17 degrees of banking, 7 degrees on the straightaway, 70 feet wide racing surface. Pace car is in, ready to go here in Tinley. Round 2 of the Leadfoot Racing League, and Justin Brooks, just like motocross Scott Shive, he gets the whole shot of the LMSC. Race is underway.
That's what these drivers did not want to see. Justin Brooks go and get the pole first off and then be able to get out and away to a lead. Battle back here between the 43 and the 57. That's Ramon and Gorell. That's for 7th place between the two. Evens out. You see Ramon will be up in front. He'll be in 7th. We got a bit of a gargle in the back, almost 3 wide.
We do. That's, by the way, Abatello. I think I said Tillo. It's Abatello.
Abatello. There we
Abatello,
go.
Abatello's
already gained 4 spots.
Yeah, remember that song back in the 80s?
I know what you're talking about. I love some old music. I really do.
Abatello. It's kind of like that right there. Yeah. Green flag in the air here at Southern National. And, you know, Scott, I've called and been to this racetrack many times at Tinley, Cody Deemers as well. This is a place that, if you're good, you can get in line and you can knock out 125 laps in less than an hour. It can happen here at Southern National. Now, we know there's going to be a caution at the end of the 213 Simware stage break, but it all depends on the way you guys race out here right now. And for the most part, these guys are nose to tail. Whoa! Nice! Sideways! Dirt tracks me for a moment as Latrell to his outside going to turn number 1.
Big moment there for Luttrell. He's going to lose his spot there to Landon Brown. Brown was able to move through on the inside after the 36 washed up. It opens the door as well for the 43 of Ramon.
They did it. Wow. That could have been disastrous. Somehow they hold it together.
Aiden Neese was able to hold on to that with fearless. He was fearless behind the wheel. And now Stephen Luttrell, you got to wonder if he overheated his tires trying to get all that done, and he got into the back of the 29 there, so that Aiden Neese still runs in 4th. But Stephen Luttrell plummeting through the field right now. As we know about this place, when you get stuck on the outside, Wesley, it is so difficult to find the bottom.
The Leadfoot Racing League growing in car counts. How about this tonight, Scott? Close to 20 cars, man. Absolutely.
And look, Landon Brown, everyone, all of the admins there they've done such a good job in recruiting. They have been working their butts off, and it is really showing here in Season 3. We've got a host of excellent drivers that are coming out here to race this season. And hey, this is only race number 2. We got many to go.
Somebody was asking me how my Red Bull was. I did have a Red Bull to revive myself from earlier, and it's been a long day. I mean, by the way, aerial coverage for tonight's race presented by the Stage Break as well. 213 Simware, Nazareth, Leadfoot Racing League, Elevated TV. They got you covered. And I want to say thank you to Cody and Leadfoot Racing League for also, Scott, letting us start a little bit later because I've been in the iRacing broadcast chair since 9 o'clock this morning. I've been on the air since 10:30 in the morning, except for a 1-hour lunch break from a 500-mile race and a 600-mile race. I am exhausted, but I'm having fun doing what we're doing, my friend.
Hey, I'm exhausted as well. 12 hours on the road, but I couldn't be more glad to be spending some time here with you and the Leadfoot Racing League in the round number 2 of Season 3 at Southern National. Justin Brooks leading the way, 1.7 seconds ahead of Dylan Porter. Matthew Fastnot is in third, and Aiden Neese, Landon Brown, the top 5. Outside of them, we've got pretty much Rose to Taylor, about 7 through 13.
Yeah, Scott, if you can turn your mic up a little bit, man, it might be.
Let me turn my old pump up. Does this sound better?
There you go. Turn up the radio like they said back in the 80s. There you go. Turn up your microphone. No mic drop from my buddy Scott Shive, one of the voices of Stobo on Flow Racing, by the way. I did find myself popping in and watching some of Sobo last night because the Dirt Late Model Dream ended early. Davenport, 4 wins, 3 in a row at Eldora.
Really impressive. It is really impressive what he has been able to do there. I love every time the Dream comes around. We've had some great races this year. We had the Show Me 100 at Lucas Oil. I thought that was such an amazing race. And me and my buddy, we do a podcast, so we've really been able to get into a lot of it. Hey, at Sobo, we had an excellent late model stock race, but we're having a great late model stock race right here as well. And these drivers, you said it, we've been able to get great car count this season, and we hope to keep that up because these drivers are absolutely killing it.
And this has been a good one so far as we work our way already towards the halfway mark of stage number 1 presented by 213 Simware. We welcome you to the Eastern Technical Design 125, race number 2 of season number 3 of the Leadfoot Racing League. And of course, it's presented by Eastern Technical Design, providing design and drafting services for commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Services include architectural renderings, preliminary plan design, as well as final construction drawings. Drawings include all the necessary structural, building, plumbing, mechanical, and electrical plans as provided and required to produce a finished building or structure. This company is, of course, owned by Mr. Tracy Brown, Leadfoot Racing League admin.
Look at this. Dominic Apatello, he is absolutely going at it. 8 spots up on the night. He started up near the back. Now he's trying to get to the inside of Luttrell as Landon Brown had a big problem. Landon Brown off the pace around the apron. He's going to keep it on the racetrack. Gets up towards the front stretch. But Apatello still trying to work up. Now we're trying to take the 7th spot away from Luttrell. Absolutely working it off the corner. He's sawing away.
3 high up on the racetrack again as they work their way down another 3 and 4 turn. 3 wide for just a moment. Look at the 20. That's Abatello. Luttrell. Jeffrey Comer off watching this behind. That's your top 10. And meanwhile, Brooks is running away with this one here at Kinley.
4.3 seconds the gap between him and second place Dylan Porter. Matthew Fastnot is slowly catching up to Dylan Porter. So we look here with Justin Brooks, but this battle continues to rage on with Luttrell and Abatello. Abatello finally gives it up. He was using up some of his tires to try to get that, but we've only got 10 laps to go before we get the stage break, the caution for the stage break.
Look at watching the Dream at Eldora all over again by Jonathan Davenport, and the man of Justin Brooks running away with this one. My goodness, the 33. 5 seconds now over Dylan Porter. Brooks, Porter, Fastnot, Neese, and Ramon, your top 5 as we're single file. Closing in on the 213 Simware stage break on lap number 40. And this is exactly what I was telling you when we came on the air, Scott Shive. That you can have these laps go by quick here at Southern National. They're proving it.
They really can. 33 already in the books. We're almost a third of the way through the race here this evening. And Abatello continuing to try to get past Luttrell, but Luttrell was excellent. You saw both of them get loose there at a 4. So easy to do here in Kinley at Southern National because of just how the transition from the corners to the apron is, to the straightaway in that excessive change of banking. Oh, 3 wide almost. 8 goes high. The 8 trying to get out of the way. That is Chris Norris, bit off the pace, and some lead lap cars trying to go by. And Justin Brooks is right on the tail of Landon Brown. I'm not sure what happened to Landon Brown, but he was running up in the top 5 earlier. Had a big problem there. He's going to make contact with the 37. He's going to turn the 37 around. That is Tyler Shadduck. And from that, the caution will wave. That is the blue line soft wash caution.
Yeah, the first one for the yellow flag here at Kinley. By the way, quick reminder, caution if it's 5 before, if there's a caution 5 laps before the stage break or 5, it will count, and it will. This will be the 2:13 similar stage break. There's the 5 into the 37. And did you see the leader up in that chaos as well?
Yes.
What a save for Justin Brooks.
He was right there, right on the back of this. He had come up upon this incident. Look at Justin Brooks. He's right there down on the bottom, and this all happens right in front of his eyes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, that is the scariest thing leading a race. Someone's fighting in front of you, car's about to go a lap down, and you're just trying to move on.
Sir, on the cusp of the outside looking in, look at this again. Wow. From another angle, Tyler Shadduck, a 5 and a 33. Let's go on board with the leader, Brooks. This has got to be fun right here because he just missed it. Watch this again. Watch the 33, Justin Brooks. Scott, this is fun right here. Hold on. Yeah. Maybe not for Brooks. First you say
I was going to say, fun for us, not for Justin. He gets through unscathed. You know, one thing I'm thinking about, before that incident, we saw 0 cautions. I wonder what drivers are thinking about taking tires here, or if they might wait until halfway. And you saw that shot as we rode along with Shadduck. Excuse me.
Shadduck. And Justin Brooks one more time. Look at it again. Triple B Racing 5. Hold on. I mean, he just kind of said, I'm going to go to the top and hope it works. I don't know if he closed his eyes in the process, but he got through it. He got through it. Man, so glad you're joining us, everybody. Thanks for taking the time to spend your Sunday night with us here, Southern National Motorsports Park. There's a look at the point standings leading into this race, by the way.
Looks like if everything goes to plan, it'll go Justin Brooks' way. He's still leading. No one seemed to come into the pits there for this stage break, so it looks like we'll just re-rack him and go out as normal.
42 of 125 laps as the 2:13 similar stage break has concluded. Also the first caution flag of the race. That, of course, was presented by FWM Green Flag and the Blue Line Soft Wash Caution. A lot of sponsors. We got them now for the Leadfoot Racing League, and now we're back underway.
Fast on. He was hunting down Dylan Porter earlier, but now he's trying to go for second for sure. Side by side between Ramon and Gorell. They're fighting for that 4th spot. Which one of them will have it? Gorell on the inside, Ramon stuck on the high side. So difficult to fight from that outside, and if you do, you're going to use up that right rear.
We'll pause quickly for 10 seconds of station identification, those that are listening on the Community Radio Network.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
Sagging, Ramon. Abatello going after Gorell, and he's in a dogfight now, Top Gun style, off the bank in 1-4.
They're talking over the radio. They are not happy with one another. The 57 of Gorell was absolutely chopping the nose of Abatello there, and Abatello did not want any of it. Abatello now goes to the inside, keeps it clean, Gurrell goes up high, but Abatello barely there, just by a nose, and Gurrell will give him the lane this time. There's some contact. Gurrell hard in the outside wall. No caution, we keep it green. Now Gurrell, it collects Steven Luttrell. The caution will come out. Oh, Luttrell gets more damage. That is soft line.
Soft wash caution flag. It's the second one of the race, and Scott Shive, it happened on lap 50. You saw it all unfold.
Oh my goodness. Saw Abatello there and Gurrell. They were already frustrated with each other. They started racing hard. The 20 gets into the 57 and Gurrell hard into the wall.
Watch it again. Wow.
Tough. I don't know. It's a great angle.
It really is. Look at this one more time. And there is the 57, and the 8 car, nowhere to go. Just got a little glimpse in the left rear. But watch this. Gurrell under attack by Abatello, and he's in the wall. Ramon and everyone else goes by him, and then Luttrell got turned. Oh, penny for your thoughts, Chief.
Yeah, you know, I think, I don't know. It just looks like to me that Abatello really sent it in deep, washed up high, and as Gurrell was starting to turn down, let's see, Abatello had already washed up. He was half a lane off the bottom.
It's 17 degrees of banking off of 7 degrees on the turns. That 10 degrees, Scott, might not seem like much, but this is a really banked racetrack and 70 feet wide. You might see them catfishing on the bottom, but notice that happened up on the top of the racetrack and worked its way back down the bottom of the apron.
It's really tough, even with, you think 70 feet, oh, that's got to be a lot, you know. But at a place like this, it really, that gap narrows really fast, especially when a car is broadside in front of you.
You're exactly right. Step away and take a break. And so you see the blue line soft wash caution information. Second yellow flag, 11 laps total so far with 55 in, and we're closing in on halfway. More from Kinley in just a moment.
Community Radio Network.
Thanks to a sponsor for Iracing to let us have just a breather for a moment. Green flag back in the air, by the way. That is the FWM green flag in the CRN restart zone as we are back to racing. A lot of sponsors, man. It's so cool to see the growth of the Leadfoot Racing League in Season 3. It's going to be a big year, Scott.
It is going to be a big year, and it started out in Milwaukee, and now we're over here in Kenley, round number 2. And we see that Abatello got his spot back. He's back up there. He was able to, well, he didn't get his spot back. He was able to recover through the action between him and Gurrell. He's trying to get up into second because he's already gotten third away from Matthew Fastnacht.
Another lap on the racetrack. Watching all of this going on as we watch them come back to the stripe. And a caution out again as well as the 92's in trouble. That's Petrelli. Another blue line soft wash caution. I believe this is the third or fourth one. Watch this. The 92. He had help. Oh man. The 38 of Thomas Lockwood locked on horns. He wasn't going to lift there.
Did you see Luttrell barely miss that?
It's like a cat with 9 lives, right?
Well, hey, he lost one of them in that last incident.
He did. Wow. There's a look at the replay of it. Anybody pitting? I think, yes, as Dylan Porter comes down pit lane. There's a look at the Stagger Pro Motorsports weather conditions for tonight's event, round 2. Leadfoot Racing League. Yeah, it was 77 degrees with air temp at 77, and it's that 17 degrees of banking as we get closer to nightfall. The track temp actually, Scott's warmed up as we are halfway in the race now.
I'm surprised that we didn't see more drivers get to go into the pit lane. You got to think that maybe they think they've had enough caution to maybe cool off some tires. They haven't used too much. I can't say I'm too surprised to see Justin Brooks not come into the pits. I know that he wants to stay out front and stay in that clean air and out of the chaos. That might be more important than fresh tires would be.
This is the Eastern Technical Design 125, and we are under another blue line soft wash caution flag just wrapped up. See her in restart zone and and a green flag presented by FWM. Back to racing as the second half of the Eastern Technical Design 125 back underway. The lights are on here as well at Kinley.
Lights on at Kinley. Aiden Neese trying to move through on Zach Hamel at his back for the 6th position between those two. And wow, you saw it. Lots of drivers brushing the wall off of 2.
Something you got to keep an eye on. Justin Brooks, winner last week at the Milwaukee Mile to open up the season. He has a 5-point lead over Aaron Ramon, Astrick, Jeffrey Comer. They're tied. Aiden Neese is in 3rd technically, though 4th. And you've only got 8 points separating Tyler Shattuck, 9 points separating Tyler Luttrell, 10 points separating Dominic Abatello. And so anybody in the top 10 are still in the hunt to climb to the P1 scoring point spot after tonight.
Plenty of time for these drivers here this evening and in the season in the fight for the championship. Pretty much single file out for now. We look along with Dominic Abatello. He has gained 15 spots. And Jeffrey Comer, he's in 4th. He's gained 11.
So glad you're joining us again. Scott Shive, Wesley Outlet here with you. Cody Deemers on production. It's been a long day for me, and I appreciate the Leadfoot Racing League and the Browns for delaying the start of this race by a half hour before we went live so I could complete announcing 1,100 miles. And we're back at it again with this one. As right now, down the back straightaway, Justin Brooks trying to sweep the season, if you will. He won Milwaukee Mile last week, and he is leading the way over Abatello by 1.4 seconds. Going back to turn 1.
We saw his biggest gap earlier when we had our first green flag run in stage number 1. His gap stretched out to almost 5.5 seconds. It's really impressive what Justin Brooks is able to do around this place. You can see Matthew Fastnot starting to defend here from Jeffrey Comer. Comer trying to look inside. He's trying to move up on towards the podium. It shows you the speed that him and Abatello have, that they've worked all the way from the back up towards the front.
Yeah, it really has, as we watch them work their way back across the stripe again. The late models of the Leadfoot Iracing League working off of Kinley at Southern National. Off of turn 4, back to turn 1. Justin Brooks to the lead. Abatello in 2nd. Matthew Fastnot 3rd. Jeffrey Comer, Aaron Ramon 2nd of the points as they quickly hustle around the 4/10 mile here, Scott. And right now, closing in on 50 laps to go. 75 complete.
Aiden Neese trying to break back into the top 5. He will with that move. Looks like the 43 of Ramon looking for a crossover. Not going to pull it that time. So the 24 of Aiden Neese back into the top 5 after he lost it earlier. All the while, Matthew Fastnot in the 29 still defending heavily from the 02 of Jeffrey Comer. And the caution is out. The blue line soft wash back out again.
7 laps to go, 48 actually, pardon me, to go back to the last completed lap, and another blue line soft washed caution. There it is. Scott Shive, you saw it happen in the number 8 car in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, Chris Norris here. You'll watch it on the inside of the 92 right here. They just make contact down into turn number 1, him and Dylan Petrelli.
And that's the Busch Apple machine. Number 8 cars are coming down to the pit lane. By the way, the caution of the Leadfoot Iracing League Late Model Stock Car Tour is presented by Blue Line Soft Wash, veteran-owned and operated company dedicated to bringing integrity and precision to exterior cleaning, founded by retired law enforcement officers. Blue Line Soft Wash upholds the values of service, commitment, and attention to detail in every job. Trust Blue Line Soft Wash to protect and enhance your property with the same dedication they once gave to protecting our community. And I back the blue. I know you do too with Scott. That's Blue Line Soft Wash, proud caution flag sponsor of the Leadfoot Racing League.
And we just got to have an appreciation night for all first responders, and it really is so important what they do. We couldn't do what we do without those men and women protecting us and our country.
So many awesome people right now. Aiden Neese, the leader. Aaron Ramon in second. Jason Woodham third. Travis Lepanis from Canada. Thomas Lockwood, top 5. Michael Deach. Justin Brooks. Dominic Abatello. Jeffrey Comer. Dylan Porter. After pit stops. And I think this is really going to change everything as you take a look at the D&M Lawn Care top 5. Pace car will be getting ready for the one to go this time by. And Scott Shive, we should get ready to virtually rock, roll, and rumble around Kinley next time by.
Well, and here's the thing. This is the first time we haven't seen Justin Brooks leading. Justin Brooks will start in 8th on this restart. He hasn't been in any chaos all evening long. He'll start in 7th on the inside, but we haven't seen him back in the pack. How will he work through the field?
What will happen? Pace car is in. CRN Community Radio Network Restart Zone, FWM Green Flag, and we are back to it again with 45 remaining here at Kinley.
Trouble! It was Jason Woodham.
Oh my goodness, the Hendrick cars, number 17, and Deach got the short end of the stick. Woodham and Deach get together, Scott. You saw them front straightaway, heading into turn number 2.
So out there, the 71, Jason Woodham gets the apron, and the 17 of Deach gets into him. Didn't know that he was so slow on that exit, and oh my goodness, huge hit for Jason Woodham. We'll take another look back at it. You'll see, again, the 71 gets the apron, the 17, no idea that he's slowing up like that. And what we know about these late model stock cars, Wesley, is the minute you get that front nose under the rear end, you lose all grip.
Another Blue Line Soft Wash caution. We need to step away and take a break. We're back with more from Southern National in just a moment. Here at Southern National, 87 of 125 laps. That means there's 37 remaining when they come back to the CRN restart zone. Back in green flag conditions as the FWM green flag flies. Neese in the lead. New names up in front. Brooks now got to work his way 3 wide through traffic in the top 5 as it's Porter and Lockwood scraping the wall, and Brooks is sideways on the bottom of the apron, and he stacks everybody like dominoes behind them, and they somehow hold it together, but the caution is out.
Jeffrey Comer got in the back of Justin Brooks. It was a stack up in the hunt to get to the bottom lane. That's all it was. You see it right here, big stack up trying to get to the bottom. Jeffrey Comer sends it in a little bit hot. Everyone was able to keep it straight, but with such a slow pace, the caution had to be thrown by Iracing.
Another look at it again. Watch this.
That's how good Justin Brooks is. I mean, that's an impressive save.
Watch this again. What a save. The 5. Everybody checked up. Some did Comer. Comer and others. Man. Scratches Kitchen Parkway, number 24 now. The new leader, and that, of course, the man of Aiden Neese. Here's something to think about. Aiden Neese came into tonight's race for round 2. 7 points back in 4th. What a night for him right now. This is exactly what Nice needed. He's in the lead in the 24. By the way, if you'd like to know more details about the Leadfoot Racing League, join their Discord. My guru gentleman of Mr. Cody Demers needs to create like a QR code link, if you will. Everybody's doing damn QR codes. So put it up on the screen. There it is. There's the QR code for those that are asking. Click on the QR code. We'll leave it up for a minute or so as we come back to the CRN restart zone and get the FWM green flag. But click on the QR code, and you can find all the details about Elevated TV and the Leadfoot Racing League, and you can join Iracing as well as we close in on a century grind. Scott Shine back at it again, lap 93, heading to lap 100, and it is Neats in the lead, and we're getting tangled in the back again. Here comes Spinning Webs, Porter with Brooks on the inside in one.
Oh, Brooks has to avoid the back of Abatello. Big check up there. That's going to open the door for Dylan Porter. Porter going to look to the inside of Brooks. Brooks going to send it on the high line, able to carry the momentum clear into fifth, but it's front to back all through the top six.
Can you believe this? Unbelievable. We continue to race on.
Here we go. Brooks looking for another one inside of Abatello. Abatello going to let him on by, try to get back towards the bottom. So that's Justin Brooks up into fourth. Now he'll look forward to Aaron Ramon in the number 43. It's the first time he's been in traffic all evening long. There's almost just under 25 remaining.
What's going on here? Oh my goodness. I take your pick. I mean, unbelievable. And it's getting good in the neighborhood, and I don't mean at your local Applebee's. It's right here on iRacing. Look at that there, going at it with Nice in the lead, but there's anybody that can win this thing, and Brooks is up to third. He's going to go 3 wide as the car's off the pace. 25 to go at the line here, Scott.
Travis Lapenas was looking for the lead on Nice, but Justin Brooks made his move before Lapenas could even look at it. Justin Brooks now up to second, only one car ahead. It's Aiden Nice.
Aiden Nice in the lead. Porter off the pace. So is Ramon sideways off the corner. Here they come to the line. Under 25 to go. Thank you, Bruce Pearson, saying he enjoys the coverage. Scott Shive, one of the voices at Sobo, South Boston Speedway. Of course, the home of the great Bologna Burger in Virginia.
So good.
Hey, the Thunder Road Harley Davidson 250.
No!
Trouble! Petrelli, Norris get together. The 5 of Brown spins. Caution out again in turn number 1 and 2. That's
Hard
just the way Southern National is.
It really is. Landon Brown hard into the wall there. The 8 of it's Chris Norris. He had some problems. He was slow on the racetrack in the 92. That was weird.
Oh boy. Another look at it, and the word ARCA braking comes to mind. Look at that, boy. Wow.
Yeah.
Sponsor us. I love that. Sponsor us 92. You're not going to get sponsors driving like that.
No, well, and that did look like an excessive brake out of 2.
Oh.
Yeah, this was the caution. Yeah, this was beforehand.
After the caution flag. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Well, yeah, this it didn't even bring out the caution yet. They were also, Wesley, they were hot over the radio.
Boy, look at this. Norris and Petrelli. Yeah, Petrelli. Here it is on the back straightaway. Oh, my God. Wow. Wow. Oh, baby. There's going to be fights and repercussions from that when LFRL sees that. I'm telling you. That's as bad. That's as bad as the Argentinian and another guy crashing on the racetrack, Scott Schott. And then he retaliates and hits the ass end of his car while on pit road at full speed. My goodness, that was the yes sir moment of the race, possibly. Pace car in 17 to go. Nice Brooks there, ready to come back to the CRN restart zone, and the FWM green flag back out.
Justin Brooks on the high side, Aiden Neese on the inside. Can Justin Brooks take it away? Can he pinch down the 24 of Neese? And Neese gonna get turned by the 20 of Abatello, hard into the tires. It's a pile up out the front straightaway.
We are scattered, smothered, and covered. Pick your favorite metal omelet of destruction. You got a plethora of colors to choose from. Oh, wow.
I've never heard the phrase a metal omelet of destruction.
Oh.
This all started with Neese and Abatello, front row. Oh my!
Sideways, big one. Look at that. I mean, it's a parking lot party, but not the kind of party you want in the country song. Wow.
Hey, and guess what? Trell made it through. He keeps some of his lives.
Track blocked from top to bottom. Our camera angle just caught the end of the hell going crazy. Watch it again. Look at this. And you know what? I've seen it at Kinley several times. Typical Southern National. You're coming off of 17 degrees of banking. You're hitting the flat from 7 to 4 degrees. That happened. You might have 70 feet of racing room, but they ain't damn sure giving you 70 feet wide to race on.
That is exactly right. That just looks like a huge tacked up. Oh my goodness.
True story. You see that small grandstand in turn 4?
Yep.
Right there. That's where I sat with my dad and my grandpa, my mom, my brother, family. Wow. When I was a kid, man. Southern National.
Wow.
Cody Deemers was it. I don't care for the promoter that runs it now, but there is a lot of great racing history at Southern National. Back to green with 13 laps to go here in the Eastern Technical Design 125. I'm so glad that Southern National's on iRacing. That's really cool.
Really cool. Justin Brooks gets the jump this time. Can we get away with it? 11 laps remaining across the stripe. 29 of Fastnot. He's trying to move into second with a 43 of Aaron Ramon trying to hold him off on the high side.
Has been at Southern National for many, many times as myself, and there was a 3-car battle now for second, and guess who's back in front again? From the PD region of South Carolina, Milwaukee Mile winner last week, and we got trouble behind them! Oh, Abatello! Abatello and Deech and the 28 of Hummel. That'll humble yourself. Caution out again for the 9 to go. 9 to go. Remember, there is an attempt of overtime if need be, and caution laps count in this series.
Oh my goodness, Abatello gets into the back of the 28. Oh my goodness. Oh!
Oh, another look at it again. I'm telling you, not done yet.
Luttrell makes it through again. Oh my goodness. Oh, but you see that damage on the 24 from earlier? That toe is all the way kicked in. Great shot there. Excellent shot from the speed cam at turn number 2 of that incident.
From another angle. Awesome camera angles, by the way, by Cody Deemers. And I believe it's, who does your camera angles, I think? Who was it? Wicked Media, something?
Guess we'll never know.
Yeah, there's somebody that does his camera angles. By the way, FWM, just want to let everyone know, is 4 Wide Motorsports. Coverage of 4 Wide Motorsports is on Monday and used to be Thursday, but I think they're not doing that anymore. But anyhow, Scott, you're a part of.
Yes.
Is it the ARCA series?
ARCA series. Oh, and it has been fun. Landon Brown actually got his first win just the other week.
Ready to bring you back to green. Hey, by the way, coming up, stay tuned for news about a very big 4th of July race as we celebrate America's 249th Nation's independence. 5 laps to go. Now make it to the finish with Woods with 4 to go. Left in this one. He's on the back straightaway there, Scott, and there is a big hornet's nest behind him, but they're losing ground on the 33.
Trying to keep it all together. Justin Brooks trying to run away with it like he did earlier in stage 1. Fastnot still trying to move up into second, but Ramon is giving him a heck on the high side. Ramon still holding there, holding strong. A master of defense here at Kinley. He's going to keep it on going. 2 laps now, 1.5 remaining.
To the W Energy, 1 to go. 3 cars battling for the bridesmaid spot, but they're losing ground on Justin Brooks. He won at Milwaukee Mile. He's on the back straightaway. Nobody can catch him. 2/5 of a mile, half of 4/10, and it's over. Checkered flag. Justin Brooks, 2 in a row. Even got wrecked earlier. Came back and won. From the PD region, Justin Brooks in the teal, green, and purple. 33 wins the Eastern Technical Design at Southern National 125.
Wow, that is impressive. It's just, it's impressive what Justin Brooks can do.
Justin Brooks, winner at Milwaukee Mile last Sunday night. This race was not easy. He had to race and climb his way through the field. He did it. He gets it done. Checkered flag, 2 wins in a row. And might I add, before we show the results in post-race, Scott Shive, drivers like Aaron Ramon, Aiden Neese, Dominique Abatello, they all had a chance to be successful and get some points on the 33. And they fell short at the end.
Opportunities taken away, opportunities cometh in the future for all of those new drivers here this season. Abatello was able to recover to a 7th place finish after the incidents later on, but you said it, Justin Brooks was the one that was able to take home the most.
Time of race, 39 minutes and 2 seconds. It had an hour and 45-minute time limit. Thank goodness that did not happen. Let's take a look at the results of the Eastern Technical Designs Leadfoot Racing League Late Model Stock Tour Round 2, Season 3, Southern National. Just down the road, by the way, in Kinley. I live in Smithfield. Southern National, down 95, 15 minutes away from the entrance to the racetrack. Justin Brooks picks up the win. Aaron Ramon in second. Matthew Fastnot third. Dylan Porter fourth. Jeffrey Comer top 5. Thomas Lockwood, Dominique Abatello, Landon Brown, Stephen Luttrell, Zach Hummel will finish in the top 10. Again, the race lasted 39 minutes and 2 seconds at the end of 1 1/4.
Back outside of the top 10, 11th for the 16 of Travis Lepanus, and it was 12th for the 71 of Jason Woodham. 13th was Dylan Petrelli. 14th was Michael Deach. 15th, Aiden Neese after incident later on towards the end of the race. Chris Norris in the 8 finishes 16th, and then it was Kenny Gorell, Tyler Shadduck, 17th and 18th. Cody Deemers not able to make the start.
It was our producer, but he was the fastest man in practice. Hey, by the way, the white flag was presented by W Energy. They provide high-quality energy drinks with a blend of natural ingredients, ensuring a clean and effective energy boost without the crash or jitters later. W Energy is committed to helping individuals stay energized and perform at their best. Use the promo code LFRL in checkout for 10% off of your order every time. That's again LFRL. A portion of all the proceeds goes back also into the LFRL Late Model Tour. So I mentioned that there is a big announcement, Scott Shive. How about this one? Ladies and gentlemen, we are excited to unveil that coming up on 4th of July weekend, Saturday, Sunday, July 5th and 6th, from the birthplace of the NASCAR stars, Hickory Motor Speedway, Scott Shive, the biggest Leadfoot Racing League event in the history of 3 years for late models. 2 nights of action. How about this? A $200 prize pool plus bonuses. And there will also be throwback schemes for the inaugural LFRL 4th of July Spectacular presented by Elevated TV.
It's going to be really amazing. Glad that we got to unveil this news, and CRN will sponsor with Eastern Technical Design, the heart and soul of LFRL here at Leadfoot Racing League, and it's going to be fun. It is going to be a big deal on July 4th weekend.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Obviously, in addition to that, Cody, if I can, Eastern Technical Design, in addition to Elevated TV and the Leadfoot Racing League, we have partnered to cover football in the fall. The Boys of Fall, CRN Thursday, Friday Night Lights with JV Varsity Football on the radio and our college broadcast as well. They will be the sponsor of the Eastern Technical Designs pregame show. So there you go. We've got them in iRacing and we got them in real life on the radio when football season starts. It's going to be really cool. And they're already a sponsor on our real life racing broadcast as well. Pretty cool. Eastern Technical Designs and, of course, proud sponsor of the Late Model Stock Car Tour. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a look at the results. 9 cautions. It didn't feel, Scott, like 9 cautions, but it was.
No.
9 cautions for 40 laps of 125 the distance. 2 lead changes, okay? Who were the 2 drivers that led? Can you remember, Scott?
Justin Brooks, Aiden Neese.
There you go. Aiden Neese had a chance to climb the scoring points pylon, and he fell short as well. But he did finish. Probably the man behind Brooks is Aaron Ramon. I think he had a pretty good points day. We're going to tally him up. We're going to have post-race coming up. Southern National. Stay with us. Here's a look one more time at the finish. The yes, sir moment of the race and more coming up at Kinley when we return.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iracing.com.
Back here at Southern National, the yes sir moment of the race, presented by Tar River Environmental. I had a feeling, Scott Shive, that's what it was going to be. Petrelli and Norris, queue up, why can't we be friends? Sometimes that doesn't happen in short track racing. And there it is, not once, but twice, 3 times, a lady, retaliation. And there it is, your yes sir moment of the race, buddy.
It was amazing. It definitely provided us with some entertainment. I don't think Landon Brown will have liked it too much, but I enjoyed it.
Thanks again to Tar. It looks like a demolition derby in front of Justin Brooks. We'll get his thoughts in a moment, but all that hell, chaos, and mayhem went on for him. By the way, the Yes Sir moment of the race presented by Tar River Environmental, located in Rocky Mount. They, of course, are a premier provider of professional logging and land clearing services, proudly serving communities across eastern North Carolina. Their services are vital for large-scale land development and forestry operations by prioritizing responsible land management. Boy, them are some long words. Tar River Environmental helps clients achieve their land use goals while maintaining, big word, ecological integrity. Your Yes Sir moment of the race. Tar River Environmental, the sponsor. And Justin Brooks joins us. Hey, that was the Yes Sir moment of the race. Justin, congratulations. 2 in a row. Winner at Milwaukee Mile last week. Tonight at Kinley. 2 totally different racetracks. 2 different styles of racing. Am I right? And somehow you survived the good, the bad, and the ugly of Kinley. You even had some bad luck yourself.
There was a lot of good, bad, and ugly tonight. That's for sure. I had my fair share of I guess people having whoopsies, and I don't know what was going on. Some people, I don't know if they were trying to knock each other out. Other ones, I don't know if they're just trying to stay in the lead lap. I don't know what was going on. It was mayhem. It felt like a demolition derby at some points, but yeah, come away with wins. So I'll take it.
Justin, here's the thing. We've seen you dominate at different places, different tracks. We talked about it. Milwaukee and here is so different. I want to know what goes through your mind in times where you're getting on lap cars and they have stuff in front of you and the incident occurs right in front of you. As a driver, how do you make those quick snap second decisions?
It's just really just analyzing like what you got in front of you, watching the characteristics of each person, if they're swerving coming off the corner, if they're being aggressive with blocking, whatnot. And I was paying attention when I caught those guys, and I forgot who it was, but I was getting ready to pass them, and they sent it off in the corner, dove bomb it off in the corner just to keep it in front of me. So I let off the gas, and next thing you know, they spun out whoever it was in front of them, and I had enough time to veer to the right. So I mean, it's just having experience doing this and knowing what to look for and what not to look for, and just putting yourself in the right position.
Man, I'll tell you what, it was a fun race, right? I mean, you had a fun time, right? I mean, you like these kind of tracks, or Southern National just provides this type of racing, right? I mean, even if you guys are just nose to tail, it don't stay for long, right? I mean, it just doesn't.
Oh yeah, Southern National is a blast to race on. I mean, I thought we were going to go green flag to the end. I was hoping that we were, because I mean, I was out front just riding, conserving my stuff, and pushing the pace hard enough just to drive away from the guys. And I noticed I was about 4 seconds ahead. I was like, well, hell, I'm gonna start to amp it up, see if I can lap these guys. But ended up having yellows, so that made it a little less fun for me, because I was gonna go and drive through the pack and give it hell, but never got the chance to.
So Justin, we kind of joked about the Tar River Equipment Environmental Yes Sir moment of the race. It was right in your miss. What the hell did you see between, the 92 and the 8 car, Petrelli and Norris?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. The 8 car, he was having some kind of technical issues or something all night. I don't know if he put the wrong steering box or the wrong gear in there. I don't know, but he was he's battling this car tonight. And next thing I know, I seen them 2 in front of me, and yeah, it's I felt like I was on Wreckfest for a moment there when whatever they had going on. So I mean, it I don't know. I still don't know what to say about it. I don't know. I'd rather hear their opinion about it. That'd be awesome if we could drag them in here and be like, "What in the heck going on?" But
As my buddy Zeke Reeves always says, he works a couple of broadcasts over our buddy, but definitely it was a pretty good one for sure.
Jacob would have said, "We got beef."
Kaboom.
Yeah, there you go. Kaboom. That was the kaboom moment of the Yes Sir moment of the race. I couldn't use my regular soundboard. Justin Brooks, buddy, thank your sponsors. But I got to ask you one final question. With this win, you're now the points leader. Are you going to reconsider running towards the championship for season 3 now?
I mean, if I can make it on and make it in time for the races, because I mean, I was doing stuff and I was like, oh crap, we got a league race tonight. And like I said, I hopped on during qualifying. My first lap was in qualifying. So I mean, I almost missed the race, but I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'd like to go for it. Like I said, it's just if I remember to do it and if schedule permitting, pretty much.
Segue that to
Why
the
you
knocking
bullying
on the
me?
door opportunity knocks. Justin, congratulations, man. Thank your sponsors, and we'll see you next week if you show up.
Oh, I'll definitely be there next week. I was looking at the schedule again. That's at North Wilkesboro, so I mean that's one of my favorite tracks. So I'll definitely show up there. Thank. Oh yeah, I'll have a throwback rating. I was going to say, well, since we're
Hey,
talking
from
about
Justin Brooks
throwbacks,
Design.
yeah, I was gonna say Justin Brooks Design throwback, justinbrooksdesigns.com. Check me out if you need iRail or iRacing wraps. Want to thank CroSim Shots, Lock Layer Deer Processing, all the people that helped make it happen. I got a few people out there watching. Thank them for tuning in and supporting and enjoying whatever the hell happened to some of the points. Hopefully the crowd out there tonight, the elevated crowd had a great time watching this. I'm sure it was a great race for them. And obviously you guys. I mean, it's a pleasure to talk to you. I've known Wesley for a long time, but recently got to know Scott and Cody in the last year or so, and they're a pleasure to talk to as well. So I mean, it's like I said, it's a lot of fun coming over here and running with these guys and all. And like I said, we'll see the next one.
By the way,
What's that? But we've been accused of trash control for about 55 years at this point. But I mean,
oh my God,
we got
oh, wow,
125 pounds on the right side, and they're still accusing us of cheating. So I mean,
Jesus. I
well,
mean,
I had to
just
tell them,
stick a rabbit out the window. That gives you some aero downforce, right? That's more, yeah, that's your tungsten, if you will.
Screw it. I'll get in the juicy part. But I was spotting for him, and somebody called me and was like, "Hey, you got somebody down here?" And the guy that sit on the pole because he messed up qualifying was like, "He's out here videotaping everybody down the pits and all that, seeing if y'all got traction control and all that." So it's like, do something, make it look obvious, so they come down there and try to searching you and all that. So I made sure to tell the guys down the pits, is like, do something really crazy, look like y'all passing something off each other, or put something in your pockets, after the race and all that, and see if anybody walks up to you and says anything stupid. But yeah, it's funny. You know how real life stuff goes. If you ain't beating them, you're cheating. So that's how it goes.
Now, by the way, I get to bust all y'all's bubbles. We keep talking about next week, next week, next week. Hashtag fake news. Next Sunday is Father's Day, and we will not be on the air next Sunday. We will come back on the June 22nd at North Wilkesboro Speedway. So hopefully everybody has a great Father's Day or Guardian Day with their male friends and their dads and sons, and we will see you on the 22nd. That is Justin Brooks, the winner. Let's go to the runner-up of the race. And ladies and gentlemen, it is Aaron Ramon. Ramona picks you up nice. He'll give you a nice job. The Lionel Racing Ramon, number 43. And Aaron, you finished second. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, low and slow once again. I
Oh,
mean, it was a good race,
oh.
fun and fun.
I love the fact that we talk about Ramon, and that's the name actually from the movie Cars, and that's actually his last name. How you say his last name? The Lionel Racing 43, second place. This was a wild one here tonight at Kidley, and you kind of had your shares of ups and downs, but nothing wrong with silver in second, right?
I mean, after a hectic night, I mean, I didn't know the track once again. I mean, let's be honest here. I was learning the track all night. I mean, I think other than getting almost dumped by the 20 near like lap 100, I think I had a pretty smooth race. As soon as I saw Justin Brooks coming behind me, I was like, I hadn't pitted all race, so I knew he was gonna blow my doors off. So I just didn't really want to give him that much of a fight. I just wanted to follow him through to at least another podium. But man, Justin is fast. I mean, I can't believe it each and every weekend when he just said that right now they just did one lap in qualifying. That was it. I mean, like, damn, this guy's fast. But other than that, it was a pretty fun race.
Aaron, you said it, and I was looking at it. You're the only driver that did not make a pit stop, and you were able to finish second out of it. But right near the end, you and Matthew were absolutely going at it. You can see it on screen right now. How did you hold Matthew off while you were on that top line?
I gotta be honest, I got no idea. I just kept throwing it in there and it kept sticking coming out of turns 2 and 4. So I was just like, as soon as it pointed straight, my foot was all the way to the floor each time. I mean, I was half expecting him to come through any one of the turns, but For some reason, it just kept sticking up there. Maybe we put some PJ1 on the tires on the right side right before the race. Not throwing any speculation out there, but I have no idea how it was sticking on the outside each time.
Damn starting traction control. It's PJ1. Oh, Aaron, before we let you go, Mr. Ramon, thank your sponsors. But I got to say, man, good solid points day for you, man. I know you didn't beat Justin Brooks, but hey, you were in the top 5 coming into this race. And if there's anybody that's going to climb up and think of the point standings, it's going to be you.
Well, I hope so. I hope I can keep up with Justin at least.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
second. Yeah, second.
hopefully. But no, shout out to Project TD. I'm hoping Tanga and Owen jump in here one of these weeks. I think Owen should be coming soon. Tanga, I still got those tech problems, but I want to shout out to Project TD, getting another podium for them.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
he
right.
hasn't?
Yeah, I gotta.
Oh, yeah, take out
I'm
the cock.
excited about this.
Yeah, it's a real name. I say it on the air. Take out the
Oh,
cock, but it's real.
oh,
I promise you.
I've heard stories, so I'm excited.
I think he's from Spain, I believe it is. And here's the deal. I wanted to get confirmation, Ramon, if he was a real guy, because I was absolutely not going to say the cock on the air. And and he is that is his real name from Spain. So Tangay de Cock is a good driver with the Leadfoot Racing League. He'll be racing soon unless I ran him off. Aaron Ramon, thanks, buddy, for your time. Good job in second, sir.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, my friend. Ramon will hook you up nice, man. Low and slow. Second in the points behind Brooks. They're 1 and 2 in the points. They're 1 and 2 here in Kinley. Let's grab the third place, man. Matthew Fastnot. Okay, jokingly, it said sponsor us. If there's anybody out there wanting to sponsor him now, he got involved in an accident earlier, but he came back, redeemed himself, and gets a podium finish in his Chevrolet. Matthew, congrats on third, buddy. How was your take of Kinley?
Honestly, man, this track is fun as hell. You get into a good rhythm and you just turn laps, and it feels like Bristol, but just a little bit smaller. Me and my teammate Dylan, I know he kind of got into it, but we were just persevering through the race. It's his first ever league race. For me, last week in Milwaukee, getting my first top 10 in league racing. This week, I'll get my first top 5. So, pretty happy. We formed Petrelli Fast Out Racing to perform and get good results like this. And like it says on the back of our cars, our motto, Respice Finem, means consider the end. And that's what we do every race. And it paid off today.
Michael, I talked about it with Aaron, but I wanted to talk about it from your perspective with that battle there towards the end of you fighting for P2. What more did you need on the bottom to get Ramon?
I kind of just been struggling with corner exit on the bottom all race, just getting loose or really tight, not being able to get the power down like I needed. I'm not really a good driver on the top either, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I was able to defend off Dylan Porter there because he was hounding my rear bumper those last few laps. But it was really just not being able to get that power down, that throttle for these big straights here at Southern National.
Well, buddy, I'll tell you what, Matthew, how much fun did you have here running with the Leadfoot Racing League? How many races have you been running with us?
This is only my second race. It has been an absolute blast. I gotta say, probably one of my favorite leagues, if not my favorite league on the service that I've joined so far, and by far my most successful. So I think I'm planning a full-time effort. Should only, sadly, I won't be here for Wilkesboro. I'll actually be up in Pocono for the Cup race, but should be mostly full-time and hopefully gonna get some good finishes like this one.
So they say now we need to move the race to next week for Father's Day, and you can make it, right? I mean,
I wouldn't mind it. All I'm saying.
I mean, I don't think the daddies out there would mind a race on Father's Day. I don't know who made the decision on that, but go ahead, Cody. Cody said, no, the schedule's not changing. By the way, I do want to say thank you to the Browns and the Leadfoot Racing League for delaying the start of the race by at least 30 minutes because I've been announcing, besides tonight's race, 1,100 miles, 600 miles at Charlotte, 500 miles at Indy for NASRA since 11 o'clock this morning. So thanks for them delaying it by a half hour. But nonetheless, Matthew Fastnod, buddy, before I let you go, please thank your sponsors and sponsor us. If you need to do a sponsor, let everybody know how they can contact you.
Well, if you do want to sponsor myself or the 92 car of Dylan Petrelli, you can contact us at Twitter at PF Racing. or you can contact my personal Twitter at mfastnot. Those are the best ways to contact us. Yeah, man, just trying to grow the team any way we can. We also have our email, petrellifastnotracing@gmail.com. Let's get your logos on the side of 29 so we can take off these sponsor us decals.
There you go. And that is Matthew Fastnot. A good finish. He'll finish third when it is all said and done. And, of course, boy, oh boy, we had a fun one tonight. Tracy Brown, I just bring you in because you're one of the bosses. Man, first off, props to you guys getting close to 20 cars tonight. Southern National did not disappoint. Tracy Brown, Landon Brown, somebody chime in. I don't know.
He's speechless, guys. I mean, we put on such a performance.
I see nothing. I know nothing. So, hey, real quickly, we went from cars with Low and Slow to Hogan's Heroes, unveiling how old I am. Look at the logo one more time. Coming up in July 5th and 6th. Now, I want to let everybody know that probably Scott and I won't be available on that Saturday, but they'll handle the preliminary nights, qualifying and heat races, money on the line. But we are excited to unveil the inaugural LFRL 4th of July Spectacular, presented by Elevated TV. July 5th and 6th, big money on the line. The winner of the race is going to get some big money in $200 prize pool, plus bonuses, throwback schemes, and more. It's going to be the biggest race the Leadfoot Racing League has ever endeavored. You want to be a part of it, get signed up. You do not have to be a member of the Leadfoot Racing League, Scott Shive, to be a part of that event. By the way, it will be live on Elevated TV as well as on the Community Radio Network. Your final take of tonight at Southern National, my friend. And I'm not going to lie to you, I still got a voice, and I am damn sure exhausted.
Oh, hey, I feel you. And we had some heat here tonight from Kinley. I think we saw some decent incidents, but I think we saw all that come from good, hard racing. And like you said, Southern National, that's what it can produce. We've got a great host of drivers running this season in Season 3. We're going to continue to have great races.
By the way, you can follow Elevated TV on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, X, and of course, I want to mention another one as well. Want to mention the R1 Robbins Racing Indy 500. Scott, I think you're going to be a part of that one, or Jacob Reeves, or all three of us, I think, might be doing that. That's going to be really cool. Coming up in June, later on in a few weeks. I think it's on the, what did we decide on? Open practice on the 17th, the 18th, the 19th, and then the races on Saturday in the afternoon of the 21st. How about this one, by the way, Scott? We will have qualifying, first round qualifying, like the real greatest spectacle in racing at Indianapolis. I did a race earlier today, and I had a damn ball doing it. Hamilton and Breezy, by the way, won the inaugural Servpro NASRA Indy 500. You can check that out on the NASRA 360 Racing Network or on the CRN Radio archives. But we're going to have qualifying after an open practice day on the 17th. And then we're going to have qualifying first round. I think we're looking in the top 30, Scott, just like the real Indy 500. Second round qualifying will determine the final three spots, and it is knockout qualifying. And what's so damn cool is it is going to be the real names of the NTT IndyCar Series in the inaugural Robbins Racing AI Indy 500 coming up on Elevated TV CRN June 17th, 18th, 19th, and the 21st.
Gonna be great. Got all I can say. Be there.
And I'm going to be there with you. Actually, it worked out to be able to do practice day. We're going to broadcast a little bit of practice for an hour. Qualifying, second round qualifying, bump day, and then, of course, the big race on that Saturday, the 21st. Hopefully, you can join us. Elevated TV, thanks to all of the sponsors of the Eastern Technical Design, Leadfoot Racing League in season number 3, of course. Eastern Technical Design, Front Row, or 4-Wide Motorsports, that's FWM, for the green flag. Trick down decals for the pole award. Blue Line Soft Wash for the costume. 213 Simwear for the stage break and apparel. W Energy for the one to go. The Community Radio Network Restart Zone, and the yes sir moment of the race. Joyner Brothers Racing. Tar River Environmental. Can we and the Community Radio Network, as well as Elevated TV, your media partners. But your yes, sir moment of the race, that was definitely highly entertaining, and everybody did a phenomenal job. Justin Brooks picking up the win. Justin, always one of those guys that, as long as I've known him, that's why I kind of asked the question, Scott, and I'll let you give your closing thoughts in a minute. You never know if he's going to go full-time because he's so damn busy with his regular full-time live schedule. He might have to reconsider now because he's leading the points.
That's right. 2 wins back-to-back. You gotta think that he might reconsider. That's my final thought.
Exactly right. Scott Shive, one of the voices at South Boston Speedway Flow Racing coverage as well. And, of course, always a phenomenal job by our buddy Cody Deemers. Thanks to the Brown family. And, of course, I am Wesley Outley. Congratulations to the PD region driver.
Before you sign
Mr.
off,
Justin
can you hear me?
Brooks. I can. I feel like I hear God talking to me.
Oh, my
God. Is
God.
this Mr. Brown?
It is. Oh, my God. Look, first of all, I just want to say thank you to all the drivers that showed up, and I was able to watch the race. Unfortunately, I was trying to upgrade my computer system, and so I was dead to the world as far as communication goes. I had both computers down and trying to get another one running. And that leads me into this. I want to thank Cody. He was supposed to run tonight, and I did not get my system up and running to be able to produce the broadcast in time. By the time I got up and running, I think they had 45 laps or so on there. So just want to give a shout out to Cody for picking up my slack. And even a while ago, when you was trying to, ask me for a comment here, I thought I had everything going in Discord. I could hear you, but I just couldn't talk. So I just want to apologize to everybody. And again, Cody picked up my slack. So just want to thank everybody. Want to thank you, Wesley and Scott and Cody and Landon and all the drivers for everything they do here. Pretty exciting race and pretty high car count as well.
So, man, I was going to say, that's why I was asking Tracy or Landon that question, the Brown family, because, car count, really, really good, close to 20 cars. That's got to be a great feeling for sure. Hopefully it just goes up from there.
Absolutely. Well, as a driver myself, a bad one, albeit, but as a driver, you kind of want to run in the, in races where there's a high car turnout. And so I think whenever you're starting to pull in around 20 people per race, I think, other people want to join. And it'll kind of be like a snowball and just kind of build upon that. That's what we're hoping for anyway.
He was fastest in practice. We'll never take that away from him. He was fastest.
Maybe it's good that he didn't run because I fastest in practice might have been the best.
Yeah, there you go. So,
well, Cody, I swear I hate that I was in between computers. I was like I said, dead to the world when it comes to the internet and.
Was it Landon? Tracy, Landon Brown was watching the NASRA Surf Pro Indy 500 earlier this morning, by the way. And he was like, man, LFRL has got to do an open wheel IndyCar race. It's got to happen at Indy. We have to do it.
I've never even driven an open wheel car at Indy. So, on iRacing. Oh, wow. Hey. Sounds good to me.
Just watch the AI version, and we'll just tag it. We'll tag him to the back. He'll get the he gets the promoters provisional, if you will.
Yeah. The only way I won't finish last is just to ride around and hope somebody crashes. That would be
what do we call it back in the day? What do we call that back in the day? The baker's dozen bubble, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, well, it's always fun. By the way, don't forget, quick reminder, we are off next Sunday for Father's Day. Hope you enjoy it with your loved ones, your fathers, sons, and daughters and whatnot. And, of course, we'll be back after Father's Day with the very big event, North Wilkesboro Speedway Throwback Night, June 22nd. As always, follow us at Elevated TV and the Community Radio Network on social media, and we thank you for joining us. For my great friend, Mr. Cody Deemers, and the Community Radio Network on production, for the Brown family, that's Landon and Tracy Brown. Obviously, for my friend Scott Shive on color commentary, I am Wesley Outland. Congratulations, South Carolina PD man Justin Brooks. He double downs round 1, round 2, season 3, Southern National at North Wilkesboro. No Oilers, Nate and damn Panthers. Can Justin Brooks go to North Wilkesboro and get the hat trick? We'll find out next week. This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of Elevated Broadcasting. Elevated TV would like to thank all of our fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.